Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP. And I gotta start with this from XRP Wins. I don't know how this Swift executive, Tom Jacques, even has a job at Swift. He has no clue what's going on with crypto. He criticizes XRP, says beating the lawsuit doesn't prove resilience. Then he goes on to say this. He highlights that XRP still has a long way to go before it can earn the trust of most institutions, despite Ripple's progress. But what's going on right now? Both Monica Long and Brad Garlinghouse both confirmed that the banks are knocking on Ripple's doors. Ripple is no longer going out there and selling the software to banks. The banks are coming to them because the banks are already looking for an alternative to Swift. And Ripple, all they wanted to do was fix the problems with Swift. People just don't get it yet. And XRP is already integrated into Swift. This comes from Smoke. XRP already has multiple entry points into the Swift network. Here's a list of third-party providers making it possible. Many still ask how XRP could ever reach Swift's 11,000 customers. The answer is that Ripple chose the fastest and most efficient path, deploying XRP Ledger technology through several Swift-connected technology providers. These firms are ISO 222 compliant, CBPR Plus certified, and integrated with Ripple, enabling XRP usage across the Swift network. And here's the list right here. ACI plus Ripple Swift integration, EastNets, Payment Safe plus Ripple, Finastra plus Ripple, Taz Network, Gateway plus Ripple, Temenos plus Ripple, Volante plus Ripple, CGI plus Ripple, all Swift integrated. So XRP is going to be utilized within the system anyway. You know, people just don't get it yet. There's a lot of rails that are already set up by partners of Ripple all around the world. You know, some are Ripple Direct rails. Others are rails set up through partners of Ripple. And it's going to be a global event when XRP goes live on all those rails. Laughing at replies from XRP maxis thinking they understand the banking system better than Swift's Chief Innovation Officer. Matt Hamilton says, remember that time way back when Swift launched a pilot thing called GPI Link and the Linkies went batshit crazy thinking it meant Link was being used when it was actually R3 Corda, and the outcome of the pilot was you can't do this without a token. Everybody's selling the narrative that Chainlink is going to do everything that XRP does. Chainlink is no XRP. I'm telling you this now. It's a data coin. XRP is going to emerge as the world's bridge currency. But that argument doesn't seem to be dying down at all. And then there's this. It's happening. Tighten your seatbelts. Trump's $2,000 tariff dividend stimulus check idea could be about to blow up the Bitcoin price, crypto, and the stock market. You know, if that stimulus comes, I see people saying every single person's going to dump their stimulus into crypto. It's not going to happen. A lot of that money will end up in this space. I mean, any crypto holder that gets a tariff dividend check, they're most likely going to buy more crypto with it. But for the most part, most of the people that are going to get this, they're just going to pay off some bills. Or maybe they'll pay a month's rent, something like that, or a car payment or two. But other than that, if you're not already invested in the crypto, most of these people are not going to get this check and go all in on crypto with it. I'm just not seeing it. And then remember Linqto and the bankruptcy that they filed. So here's the update. Ripple won't approve its shares moved into a public traded vehicle, closed-end fund. Judge Perez approves debtors Linqto to use its cash balance free and clear of interest and claims. Judge approves motion to move towards a settlement. Now, I saw a lot of people saying that Ripple is most likely going to bail out Linqto. Let's see what happens with that. And Johnny Deaton posted this. Regarding Linqto, many are asking about filing claims. Like I said during my last update, Linqto was going to amend its filed schedules identifying each customer and what is owed to that customer. Linqto has complied. The link to the filing is below. You can find your name and what Linqto acknowledged is that you invested in, whether it be Ripple, Circle, or whatever company or companies. Therefore, you don't need to file a claim as long as you agree with what Linqto has filed regarding your investments. So it looks like people are going to be made whole throughout this whole bankruptcy. Let's see what Ripple does, though, about those shares. There's a chance that they buy them all back from Linqto. Kaushi now sees government shutdown lasting nearly 21 days, second longest in U.S. history. The longer that the U.S. government is shut down, the longer the delays are going to be on those ETFs. People keep saying the ETFs are going to go live without the SEC, and that's just not going to happen. Not the spot ETFs anyway. Those will go live most likely once the government reopens. And it looks like it's most likely going to push even deeper into the end of this month, possibly even the middle of November. But we'll keep you updated on that as well. Nature's Miracle Holding, Inc. Did you know XRP is revolutionizing carbon markets? Carbon credits can be seamlessly integrated with the XRP ledger to create tokenized assets, boosting transparency, efficiency, and global accessibility. XRP ledgers, carbon neutral design, and ultra low energy use make it perfect for tokenizing credits from reforestation and ecological projects, enabling secure, decentralized trading and tracking of carbon credits. Carbon credits did not go away. I used to talk about them a lot in Great Reset videos back in 2022 and 2023. They did not disappear, and I stress that because what's going to happen with Bitcoin mining going forward when you got to buy carbon credits and carbon offsets to continue mining Bitcoin? The reason I bring this up is because Bezos is now talking about this. Take a listen.
One of the things that's going to happen in the next, it's hard to know exactly when, it's 10 plus years, but I bet it's not more than 20 years. We're going to start building these giant gigawatt data centers in space. So these giant training clusters, those will be better built in space because we have solar power there 24/7, and the solar power there are no clouds and no rain, no weather. So you can build. We will be able to beat the cost of terrestrial data centers in space in the next couple of decades, and
So he's saying they're going to build solar farms in space 10 to 20 years from now. Now, we know Bitcoin mining takes a massive amount of electricity. And what's happening at the same time? The rise of AI. I don't think there's going to be enough power to do both Bitcoin mining and AI advancement at the same time. Plus, you throw in carbon offsets on that, on top of all of that. So what I think they're eventually going to do is they're going to put an end to Bitcoin mining and they're going to shift over to the advancement of AI. And I've been mentioning that for a while now. And people are like, they're never going to do away with Bitcoin mining. Bitcoin's the most sound money on the planet. It's like, listen, we are in an AI war with the rest of the world. Whoever gets the most advanced AI first wins that war. The U.S. is not going to slow down when it comes to AI technology. Pakistan's big Bitcoin push faces legal, energy, and fraud challenges. And again, remember what happened with El Salvador? They were saying the same exact thing. But one thing I want to point out in this article is that the IMF has also rejected aspects of the crypto power subsidy plan, signaling potential financial and diplomatic friction. So most likely the IMF is going to say, listen, if Pakistan wants money from the IMF, then they're going to put an end to this whole idea of Bitcoin mining and Bitcoin treasury. Same thing they did in El Salvador. Because the IMF, they already see what the future is. They already know that they're going to utilize XRP. Most likely, XRP will emerge as an ESDR at some point in the future. But I think the reason that a lot of these countries talk about these big Bitcoin plans is because it's trendy. And maybe they are falling for the nonsense that's being pushed every single day on the U.S. media news. We are in a race with the rest of the world to buy up all the Bitcoin, when in fact, the rest of the world is buying up gold. XRP eyes powerful rally towards $4.80 after major breakout. After breaking key resistance levels, XRP shows strong technical signals that could push its price towards the $4.80 mark. Once we get above $4, because I think that's going to be a psychological number for XRP, you are going to see incredible FOMO. Retail is going to be all in when that happens because they know that the breakout is now here. That will solidify it for a lot of people that are sitting on the sidelines. I never got the idea of going all in once the breakout starts. Why not buy when there's blood in the streets and everybody hates XRP? That's when you should be loading up. And I said that during the bear market of 2022, 2023, and a good part of 2024. When that crypto crackdown was happening, that's when people should have been going all in. And you're still not too late at today's prices, because XRP is going so much higher from here. Wait until it starts getting locked away in massive liquidity pools. Once that starts, I'm telling you, the demand, it's going to be astonishing. And people are going to be getting massive amounts of passive income from this cryptocurrency, because institutions are going to want to use your XRP and loan it out. They're going to want to make money and make you money at the same time. There's going to be such demand for this cryptocurrency. People don't get that yet. They're still under the idea that 100 billion tokens are too many tokens. They're always crying, burn the escrow. Well, we've seen what happened when they burned the XLM. They burned half the supply, and the price went up 20% and then came back down. The same thing would happen for XRP. It's better in Ripple's hands. They could use it strategically to make better moves that bring more utility to XRP. Plus, I think a lot of that XRP that's in escrow, I think that's already accounted for. I think the IMF's going to get some of that. The World Bank, the BIS will most likely get some of that as well. Other central banks around the world. But everybody wants that escrow burn, and all the focus is always on it. It's like once you realize that 100 billion tokens might not be enough tokens to serve every single person on the planet, that's when you'll really understand how big this actually is. But until it all happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.